South Byron, Chicago, 8 years before. Everyone stunned by the fury of Lewis's attack.
What's happening, my people? It's Cass Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people who just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. Miss Cass, hashtag JBT. The Mighty Rides Podcast, hashtag JBT in the building. Mike Mazik, salute Mike. Salute to everyone. And welcome to another episode of Cass Sports, The Box Storia. Today, boxing in the States, Missouri. And you know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Box Historian bringing you all that boxing history. Boxing is the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it. Can't get enough of it. How's everyone today? This is the Thursday afternoon edition Cass Sports the Box story. It's boxing in the States today. We're going to look at Missouri, look at some fights that happened in Missouri over the years, and some of the big name boxers come out of there. The Big Bear, Sonny Liston, was from Missouri. Well, he was from down south somewhere. I think it was Georgia. He moved to Missouri at a young age. His mother and father had separated, and his mother went to Missouri, and he got tired of his father beating on him. You know, his father would had the mule hooked up to the plow. When the mule got tired, he would hook Sonny up to it, right? Sonny got tired of that. He went to Missouri, yeah. So he's going to be one of the boxers from Missouri today. Yeah. The mule got tired, and Sonny father hooked him up to the plow, man. Come on, man. So Sonny went to Missouri. That's where his boxing career, you know, happened at. He went to the penitentiary and all that stuff. But he's going to be one of the boxers from Missouri today. Probably the biggest name to come out of Missouri. But we had some other big names too. Charles Martin, remember him? And of course, the Spinks brothers and the Spinks nephew. You know, they had a nephew that fought too. Leon and Michael. Corey, Leon's son, Michael's nephew. Yeah, he fought, was a world champion. Mm-hmm. And the Spinks brothers are the only two brothers to ever win the world heavyweight title. No other brothers have done that. Mm-hmm. Yep. And you know, when I was talking about Floyd Patterson and his son won the heavyweight title, and I was trying to look for another father, not heavyweight. His son, Floyd wasn't heavyweight. His son won a lower division. And I was trying to find another father and son combination that won titles. Here it is, Leon and Corey Spinks. Never thought about that, but yeah. Remember I was talking about that, y'all? The another father-son combination other than Floyd Patterson and his son to win the titles, Leon and Corey Spinks. Yep. And I was saying Floyd and I forgot his son's name, but they were father and son that won champions. And I couldn't think of another one, but Leon and Corey, yeah. Boxing Talk with Banky and Jay in the building. What's up? Boxing Talk with Banky and Jay. Hardcore, that is. Salute. Jay Hardcore. Yeah, we're going to be talking about Missouri today, Jay. And I was just saying, Floyd and Tracy Patterson, right? His son was named Tracy. And for the longest time, I was saying they were the only father-son to win titles in boxing. But no, Leon and Corey Spinks. Yep. I had forgot all about them. But yep, we have another one. I can't think of any more though. Floyd and Tracy Patterson, father-son champions in boxing. Leon and Corey Spinks. I can't think of any more. Okay, there's hardcore boxing news. I get 2 likes today. Oh yeah, I might break my record of 44. Mm-hmm. I did that a long time ago. I usually average about 25, 30. Okay, man. They're giving me my $sign back, my monetization back too. I don't even know what I did, but it, you know, after when you said you were getting yours back, I went in and applied to get it and said, yeah, it's in progress. Hopefully tomorrow it'll be back down there. Mm-hmm. Because I couldn't figure it out for the longest time what was going on. I think I made a short back around that time. That might have been it. And the JBT network, 3 likes. Wow, yeah, I'm gonna break the record today. Got any more, Jay? Appreciate you, Jay Hardcore. 3 likes. I don't have to outdo. I'm gonna give him 4 tomorrow morning. Get my grandson and granddaughter counts. I got 2. Yeah, I gotta get him 4 tomorrow morning now. Oh, Judge Polo J tomorrow. His court will be in session, I believe. Yeah, it's Friday. I believe old Judge Polo J will be in the building tomorrow. Yep. Hardcore Boxing News, hashtag JBT and JBT Network. Anybody not subscribed to that JBT Network, that should have as many subscribers as our biggest channel. Everybody subscribed to The Rise should be subscribed to the JBT Network, man. Part of the same network. Oh, the raffle is taking off a little bit too, Jay. I'm going to text you the numbers. Okay, after the show. Yeah, it's starting to take off, man. I knew it wouldn't be long. Yeah. We got 41 entrants so far. I'll text you the dollar amount after the show. Yeah. But Missouri today. And tomorrow for the profile is going to be Manny Pacquiao. Life and career of Manny Pacquiao. I could have sworn I had done it before, but I checked. No, I never had. And Manny was, he was also a good basketball player, 5'5". He played professional basketball in the Philippines. And I think he became a player coach, too. Yeah, Manny. He was a senator down there, ran for president. Yeah, Manny had quite a career. Not just boxing. They loved him down there. Gave away a lot of his money looking out for his home people because he was homeless at one time in his life. And he just helped out everybody, man, because he felt that he was homelessness and then he made it big and but you can't help everybody. When the help start hurting yourself, time for the help to slow down, man. I'm sorry, but Manny, man, yeah, that's probably why he's trying to get another fight, But yeah, Manny tomorrow. And Manny Pacquiao Jr. is on the way through the amateur. Let's see if we can fit him in there a little bit tomorrow, Manny Pacquiao Jr. Remember, he used to be sitting there by his mother watching Manny fight. Yeah, he's a fighter himself, man. The amateurs coming through. Maybe late 2025, early 2026. You know how they put them on the fast track nowadays. Amateurs don't fight 100, 200 times. They fight 10 times. They're ready nowadays. Yeah, but Manny Pacquiao Jr. is coming through. Yeah, Manuel Pacquiao Jr. There's no guarantee that, he's going to make it just because his father was this big time, all-time great boxer, But he's trying his hand at it. Yeah. Usually it don't work out. But I was just saying, we had Floyd Patterson and Tracy Patterson. They worked out. Floyd's son became a world champion, and Leon Spinks' son, Corey, he became a world champion. We're going to be talking about them today because guess where they from? Missouri. And Michael. Father, brother, and son. Incredible, man. Must have been in the genes, Yeah. We're going to talk about that fight between Corey and Zab. Corey won the first fight, and then Zab won the bad. Zab went up there to St. Louis and beat Corey in his home where the Spinks are from. Zab went up there and stopped him. Didn't just beat him, stopped him. I think it was like the 7th round. We're going to talk about that fight today. I got like 7 big fights in Missouri. We're going to cover them. That one was in St. Louis, right there in Corey's backyard. Zab said, I want this fight. I don't care where I got to fight him, man. He said, the ring going to be the same size and them fans can't get there and fight for him. And Zab went in there and stopped him, man. Yeah. Very impressive that night. Took his belt. Yeah, I think Corey might have had 2 belts. Welterweight division. Zab took them from him. Yes, he did. I think Zab just went in the Hall of Fame, didn't he? This year or last year. When was it? 2024. I know he passed the test of, that he was eligible. They voted him in. I don't know if they actually had the ceremony, but I know he was voted to go in. It was his first year eligibility too. I think he deserved it. If Turkey Ali Sheik and Rocky is in there, any boxer should be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, what's up with that? What has Turkey Ali Sheik done? Promote some fights. In the Hall of Fame. Yep. That's crazy. But that's boxing. We don't have this weekend. We got a card from Paris, but I don't know too many people on this card, man. Well, this Saturday, but it picks back up next week because I think next week is Sonny Edwards, and I think the week after that is the Oscar Valdez and Navarrete 2, the rematch. O'Shaquie said he wants the winner of that one. I wouldn't mind seeing O'Shaquie and Conceição again. Because Conceição came ready, he fooled O'Shaquie. I thought O'Shaquie was going to come out there and walk through him and take his title back. He got it back, but it wasn't easy. It was not easy. I wouldn't have been mad if it would have been a draw, or this time they gave it to Conceicao. They gave him the first one, and he came closer to winning the second one than the first one, and he gave it to Oshaki. These judges be all over the place, man. They be all over the damn place. Yeah, they gave Conceicao the first fight. He came nowhere close. He won like 2 rounds. They could have gave him the second one, but wasn't mad. Zab got it back, but not Zab, Oshaki. But I wouldn't mind seeing him again. Yeah, they could run that back. Now tomorrow, yes, I think it's some card from Paris. Yeah. Old Paris. On ESPN Plus though. Bakary Samaki against Wade Ryan. Now you know that how you pronounce the guy's name. Bakary Samaki. Let me put it in here. Y'all pronounce it for yourself. You know damn well that ain't how you pronounce it. Now syllableize it out. Bakary. Watch. Sakari. Samaki or something like that. Here it is. That's right. Bakary Samaki. Look, ain't that the guy's name? See? Bakary Samaki. Right? That's it. Bakary Samaki. Fighting he's headlining the card against Wade Ryan Jr. Never heard of either one of them. And that's from Paris. I haven't heard of anybody on the card. But then Nate Saturday heats back up. That's Sonny Edwards from England. Eli Yafai. Good old card. And then the week after that is the big rematch. Navarrete and Valdez. And also on that card is Robeisy and Espinoza rematch too. We got 2 rematches, yeah. 2 title fights. WBO junior lightweight between Navarrete and Valdez, and the WBO featherweight between Robeisy and Espinoza. Espinoza like 6 feet fighting at 126, man. Yeah, big old tall guy. And just like Fundora, he don't use his reach and stuff. He want to stand in the pocket and mix it up with all that reach, man. Yeah, but it's working for him, Jackson Marinez, Richard Torres Jr., the good young heavyweight, Emiliano Vargas. That is a great card. That's 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks from tomorrow, from Saturday. Yeah. So we're in good shape. Then we closing in on a big heavyweight rematch, Fury and Usyk. We might get a trilogy out of that. I got Fury this time. Also, December 7th, 2 weeks, is Liam Perro and Richardson Hitchens. We got our representative down there in Puerto Rico. He found Arnie One covering that one for us. He said he lives like 30 minutes. It's at the Roberto Clemente Arena. It's Roberto Clemente is the name of it. I don't know if it's Arena or whatever it is, but it's Roberto Clemente. And he said he lives 30 minutes away, but he said for fight week, he's going to stay at his mother's house because his mother lives 10 minutes from the arena. Smart move, 10 minutes. Yeah. So he's going to be keeping us up to date on everything going on down there for that fight, for that card, Liam Perro, Richardson Hitchens. 10 minutes away. Yep. He'll be in here in a little while. Jaleel Hackett is on it too. With Jose Roman Vasquez. 10 rounds. Yep. Jaleel was down there in Puerto Rico. And he's going up against the guy named, what's his name again? Jose Roman Vasquez. I hope he ain't Puerto Rican. Leo might have to get him up out of there, man. Sometimes you in them foreign countries fighting the fighter from that country, man. You better dominate him or get him up out of there, Jaleel. Oh no, they might get you. But we're gonna get started in about 5 minutes. Yeah, closing in on a big heavyweight rematch. Who y'all got this time? I got Fury this time. I got him going in there, being more serious, not playing around with his hands down around his waist and stuff. He was doing okay early with that long jab, man, in Usyk's face, but Usyk was determined. You know, Usyk stuck to his game plan and worked his way in there and was tattooing, teeing off on Fury, almost stopped him. Everybody say the referee saved Fury. That wasn't Harvey Dock, was it? Because Harvey Dock always saving people. I don't think so. It was Harvey. Him or Tony Weeks. Both of them on the take. You know, they get that side money. You know, like Rolly and Barroso. Barroso never got his title eliminated yet, man. And that was what, way last year. He knocked the guy out in the title eliminator. Pitbull got a shot. Ryo got a shot. Barroso still haven't got his shot. They sent him to Japan to fight this Japanese guy with a 92% knockout rate and got knocked out. They're trying to get rid of the old guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got him beating all of them. Rolly, Ryo, and Pitbull. Yep. But yeah, it's no saying that Rolly might not have beat him, but they said Barroso was ahead at the time of the stoppage. And, you know, the fight wasn't over, though. But Rolly didn't beat him the way that they said he did. Tony Weeks stopped the fight. Rolly wasn't even landing no punches. Barroso landed on him. And I told you, Rolly was the most surprised one in the building. Rolly was like, what? I won? You know? You mean I won? I wasn't even hitting the guy. Yeah. But, you know, they gave Tony Weeks the signal. And he did his job. Yeah. Everybody human. Everybody got their price. If I was a referee, you know, they named the right price, I would have stopped it too. Shoot. You know? Like, sorry, Barroso. They want Rolly to win it. And they give me X amount. I ain't making but this much, and they give me that much to cheat you, so I'm sorry. But how's everybody? It's Thursday. Pulled up on another weekend. Well, we got a nice fantasy matchup Monday next week. It's going to be one person against a bunch of legends. It's going to be a group of women from today against a group of women from the old days, you know, like Clarissa Shields against Layla Ali, Crenshaw and Cruz against Ann Wolf, that type of thing, you know. Amanda Serrano, we're going to have the coal miner's daughter, Christy Martin. That's going to be fantasy, like 10 matchups. Fantasy matchups Monday this week. Mm-hmm. Then I'll probably do some legends. I think about a Cat Sport Promotions versus Golden Boy 5-on-5, you know. I got fighters under the Cat Sports banner like Henry Armstrong, Sugar Ray Robinson, The Hands of Stone, Roberto Duran, Thomas Hearn, Sugar Ray Leonard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll be fighting under the Cat Sports banner on this 5-on-5. Does Oscar even have 5 fighters? To have a 5-on-5? You know? Him and Eddie was talking about it. That would be good. Crush the Legend. What's up, Crush? And Mike Rim, Melanin Queen. I'm sitting there running my mouth and people steadily coming in. That's why I wait for 2:30. And we got like 2 minutes. It will be 2:30. How are you, Melanin Queen? Today, always good to see Melanin Queen in the building. Mm-hmm. We're going to be letting you know about that raffle. And the people starting to come in. It's starting to pick up, man. Or that raffle, yeah. I knew it would. And we still got a month. More than a month. Today is only a month exactly. Today's the 21st, right? Yeah, 1 month exactly to get your ticket. $5 for one, $20 for 5. Okay. Coach Thomas Boys, I ain't gonna tell you how many he got. I'll give you a hint. He got more than what was the guy Michael Garner had last time? Coach Thomas Morris ain't playing. He went for the block, mini block. I give you a hint. Michael Garner had 21. Coach got more than that. Well, salute Mike Rim. How you doing today, Mike? And Mike Mazik. Oh, Mike Mazik better. Salute again, Mike Mazik. The Mike brothers in the building. Mazik and Rim. And Crush the Legend in the building. You know, that fire coffee and donuts in the morning. Mine is tea and bacon and eggs, which is the coffee and donut segment. You know, I'm a nice retired man, planning on sleeping until 11, 12 o'clock. Crush got me getting up 6 o'clock in the morning, man. But it's worth it. I ain't mad at it. It makes it worth getting up. I don't know what y'all missing, man. Sometimes he talk hip-hop. Crush is a very versatile guy. Can talk a number of different stuff. Talk that hip-hop on there sometimes, boxing, all kind of stuff, man. Enjoy it thoroughly every morning, 6 o'clock, Monday through Friday. Coffee and donuts with Crush the Legend. And that's a joint TWT JBT venture, so you know it's fire. F-I-Y-A, fire. Now let's get ready to get started talking about Missouri. It's boxing in the States today. Missouri. And don't forget, tomorrow is the life and career of Manny Pacquiao. Manny, speaking of versatile, Manny was a basketball player, a politician. You know, he was a senator down in the Philippines, and he ran for president. And of course, he was an all-time great boxer. 8 weight classes, nobody else has 8 but Manny. Amanda almost did. I think that was number 8 for her if she could have won Saturday. I believe it was. And then she could have passed Manny because she's still active. Wasn't it junior welterweight or something Saturday? 140, I think. And Amanda could have got one more. She would have had 9. I think she won that fight. I think they robbed her twice. Katie and her PEDs. No woman naturally grew a neck like that, man. You see that woman's neck? Ain't no female naturally growing no neck like that, man, without the help of some PEDs. Okay? Performance enhancing drugs. Woman got a neck like a horse. And always throwing that big ass head out there first. She should have had more points taken. But they give her 1,000 warnings. They did take 1. Yeah, but I thought she lost. But you know, I'm not a judge. I'm a box historian, so what I think about the judging don't count. And what the judges think about boxing history don't count, right? Okay. Missouri. We're gonna talk about some fights first. Okay. Oh man, I done hit the button. Yeah, ain't that something, Mike? Outlanded her by all those points. The girl had a point taken away. Outlanded by all those punches. The girl had a point taken away and still won. You know, and it ain't close. Katie is getting it. I thought Delphine Persoon, the veteran, I think she's from Sweden, somewhere over there. I think she beat Katie like 2019, but they gave it to Katie. It was a split decision. You know, you're not getting no split decision against Katie Taylor. You're just not. She's one of those favorites. Big Supreme told me they like her because her father had got shot in the chest before a few years back, but he lived, he survived it. You know, and they say she get a lot of favorable treatment. Yeah. But let's get ready. It's 2:30. We're going to be talking about it's boxing in the States today. Missouri. Okay. Salute Miss Cass. Hashtag JBT. Okay. We're going to start out with this gateway to glory. Some of the top events in Missouri boxing history. Okay. All right, let me get up here. My picture. Everybody okay? It's almost weekend time. I think we got no Friday fights. We had Friday fights the last couple of weeks. We had Keyshawn on Friday. Then we had Jake and Mike. Well, that wasn't a fight. But yeah, we've been getting some boxing on Friday. But I don't think it's any of this tomorrow. Is it? Probably somewhere, but you know. None of the big name guys, you know, that we like. We talking about David and David next year. Starting off February 1st. If that's any indication of how next year, 2025 is going to be, 2025 is going to be fire. We got David and David starting it out, man. Talk about Tank in March. Wow. So yeah, we're in good shape as boxing fans. So let's go with today's show. Okay, boxing in the States, Missouri. And you know, we're going downhill now. L started the second half of the alphabet, so we're going to finish sometime in early 2025, and then we're going to do boxing around the world. We're going to go through each country. We got a little boxing history in that country, some famous other significant events that occurred in the countries, like big fights, famous venues, boxers from that country. We're going to do boxing around the world next, okay? And then we might, after that, do boxing on the planets, you know? If they got boxing on Earth, why can't they have boxing on other planets, right? We down here? Let's go. Okay. Now, one, the Championship of America. These are just some significant fights that happened in Missouri. Now, bare knuckle prize fighting was born in England in 1719, right? And that country bred string of world champions that went unchallenged until 1860. In 1849, the United States crowned its first national champion. And in 1860, sent its best fighter, California's John C. Heenan, and he challenged English champion Tom Sayers for the first legitimate world championship fight, right? And the fight was a draw after 42 rounds. You know, and the rounds ended when the man was knocked down, and the round could last 30 seconds or 30 minutes. And the man knocked down had 30 seconds to recover, or he would lose by knockout. Had to get back out there and toe that mark. Now, all fights were to a finish, or until police stopped them. Now, bare knuckles prize fighting was illegal. Now, the championship was vacant, and in the 1860s, Europe's best fighters came to America to lay claim to the title. And the St. Louis, Missouri area was home to two championship matches, right? On June 15th, 1869, at Foster Island, an Irishman and Englishman met for the Championship of America. Mike McCool, an Irishman living in Cincinnati, Ohio, met sunken-chested Tom Allen, a saloon owner in St. Louis, originally from Birmingham, England. And McCool punished Allen early, but faded and lost in a referee's decision that satisfied few. Now, McCool and Allen met again on September 3rd, 1873, in a field that's outside St. Louis, Missouri. This time, Allen whipped McCool badly over 20 minutes, and McCool gave up after the 7th round. Allen declared himself champion of America. Okay? Number 2, the great John L. The great John L. I know what I'm talking about. Arturo Gardea. What's up, Arturo Gardea? How are you today? Okay. I would read that, but I ain't got my glasses on. But salute, Arturo Gardea. How are you today? Where you joining us from? I think I can understand that. Put your country in there, Arturo. Because CAS Sports is worldwide, man. Okay? Worldwide. Going to all the 4 corners of the world. I got people in the North Pole listening. And Arturo, he overseas. We'll put it in there where he's joining us from. But number 2, the great John L., right? Now, the most famous athlete of the 19th century was John L. Sullivan, an Irish Bostonian who claimed the World Heavyweight Championship from 1882 to 1892. And I told you, John L. was the first man. He was the last bare knuckles champion, and he was the first glove champion. Okay? Last bare knuckle champion, first glove champion. And he was champion from 1882 to 1892. After winning the title, Sullivan embarked on an 18-month tour of the United States, meeting all challengers and giving sparring exhibitions. And the tour helped make Sullivan the first athlete in history to earn $1 million. Wow, way back then. Can you imagine $1 million in 1890s? Woo, what's that, like $1 billion now? I should have checked that out. Wow. Okay. Now, in the spring of 1884, Sullivan performed in St. Louis, Missouri. Now, nobody in the outdoor crowd met his challenge to last 4 rounds with him and win $500. So Sullivan, anybody from the audience could challenge him, and if they beat him, they would get $500. But nobody took the challenge. So Sullivan just sparred for the audience, right? Sullivan sparred for the audience. By chance, another performance troupe was in St. Louis that day. Buffalo Bill's Wild West, Rocky Mountain, and Prairie exhibition was in town. And to the audience's delight, the groups hooked up and performed a skit where Sullivan and his group were rescued from attacking Indians by Buffalo Bill and Annie Oakley. Now, after the impromptu performance, the traveling troops had a barbecue at General William Sherman's house. Wow. Number 3, Attell versus Reagan. Attell versus Reagan. There's some old famous fights from Missouri. That's all. So Arturo, he might not understand English. Country you joining us from? Okay, let's continue. 3, Attell versus Reagan. Excuse me, y'all. Attell versus Reagan. The first Glove World Championship fight in St. Louis took place on September 3rd, 1903. Abe Attell won a 20-round decision over Johnny Reagan at the West End Athletic Club to win the vacant featherweight world championship. We didn't define on it yet. You could translate that for us, you know? Attell would go on to defend his title 21 times, establishing him as one of the greatest 126-pound boxers ever. But Attell became more famous among sports fans in another sport, baseball. Attell was the bag man for bribe money given to the 1919 Chicago White Sox to throw the World Series. He was involved in that. Mm-hmm. Now we come on up to this way a little bit. This was the city's biggest fights in history. Corey Spinks versus Zab Judah 2. Now I think Corey won the first fight, right? This 2 was on February 5th, 2005. Zab came to Corey's home to face him, right? And Corey was defending champion. Okay, Mike Wim says 1 million in 1908 is equivalent to 34 million today. Wow. So he made the first million back then. Wow, man. 34 million. That's what he had. Equivalent to 1 million back then. Thank you, Mike Wim. Appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. Now, Corey Spinks versus Zab Judah 2 on February 5th, 2005. It sold out 3 days in advance of the event at the enormous Savage Center. The crowd of 22,370 was the second largest audience in history to witness a boxing match at an indoor arena. Not just Missouri, anywhere, right? Second largest ever to witness a boxing match at an indoor arena, right? And there's Zab that's Zab facing us, and that's Corey with his back to us, right? Now Zab stunned undisputed world welterweight champion and his hometown fans, and the record-breaking crowd with a technical knockout in round 9. Yeah, I said 7, it was 9. Yeah, Zab stopped him in 9. Now prior to this event, the biggest fighter ever in St. Louis produced its then biggest gate, Italian strongman, Primo Carnera. Yeah, there's Primo. He's a big guy on the right. All 6'6", 250 pounds of him drew 17,530 paying customers to see him fight Chuck Wiggins on March 17, 1930. Okay, let's talk fashion. Thomas Hill, hashtag JBT. Let's talk fashion, hashtag JBT. Gotta keep it in order. Boxing in the States, gentlemen. Missouri. Boxing in the States today. We are talking about some famous fights that happened in Missouri. Salute. Thomas Hillen, Let's Talk Fashion. Got another flyer, Let's Talk Fashion, drop Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Okay. Yeah. I'm just showing some of my beautiful pictures, see? Like that one there. Beautiful, ain't it? Okay, let's move on. Yeah, that's beautiful. Look at that. Okay. Yeah. Primo Carnera. 17,530 people came to see this fight March 17th, 1930. Now, Carnera was discovered in a circus by a French businessman who turned the affable Carnera to boxing and brought the Italian to America to improve his skills. Now, the Mafia bought Carnera's contract and also bought off many of his opponents, including Wiggins. Now, Carnera actually thought he was that good, right? But a lot of his fights were wrong. What happened? Oh, there we go. Oh, I went the wrong way. There's Primo on the right, yeah. He was a big guy. He used to be in the circus, right? And the Mafia bought his contract, and a lot of his fights with people taking dives against him. But Primo actually thought he was that good. Mm-hmm. He didn't know they was taking dives against him, right? And the guy he fought right in this fight, Wiggins. According to one report, Wiggins, after receiving a light left hook in the second round, managed a truly elegant dive through the ropes, head first, to the delight and amazement of Carnera. And the Italian went on to win the World Championship in 1932 and lost it in his first title defense the following year. Okay. Now, I know we did Henry Armstrong for Mississippi, but he also moved to Missouri. So let's talk about him briefly again. Homicide Hank. Okay. He's so good, he gets mentioned on Mississippi and Missouri. Okay, there's Homicide Hank. Triple Crown champion. That's what they call it. Henry Armstrong was the greatest boxer ever produced by St. Louis, Missouri. No, and it's mentioned by contemporaries in the same breath with Sugar Ray Robinson and Joe Louis as one of the three greatest fighters ever. Armstrong accomplished a feat that will never be equaled in the sport. In the day where there were only 8 weight classes, there are now 17, 18 counting bridgerweight, and a single world champion in each weight class back then. And now there are so many, you can't even know how many champions you got in each weight class. Some of them got 15 to 20, right? And Armstrong held 3 titles simultaneously in 1937. 3 of boxing's 8 world champions were Henry. Yeah, he was the champion in 3 divisions. Hammerin' Hank fought in St. Louis, Missouri 4 times and defended his welterweight title in the city on January 4th, 1940, knocking out Joe Gooley in 5 rounds. The Brown Bomber fought there too. There's the Brown Bomber against Tony Musto. That's the Brown Bomber against Tony Musto. Brown Bomber on the right, Tony on the left. Now, the city, St. Louis, Missouri, hosted its own Blood World Heavyweight Championship fight on April 8th, 1940, when the Brown Bomber met local hero Tony Musto. Some 17,371 people paid $52,993 to see Louis handle Musto with ease. No, that was the gate. That each person didn't pay no $52,000. That's what it came out to be, right? No, y'all paid $52,000 for some tickets back then. That was all of them together. But 17,000 came out to see Louis handle Musto with ease, stopping him in 9 rounds. Louis was on a tour that year, fighting local heavyweights at nearly 1 fight a month, which prompted one sports writer to call Louis's campaign the Bum of the Month Club. That's when that started. Musto was nicknamed Baby Tank, and he was game, but Louis had just fought 11 days prior to that fight and didn't exert himself. He was a local boy, and he tried, is what Louis remembered of Musto, right? Okay. And Archie Moore fought there. The 1940, he was still a young mongoose then. Because, you know, he fought so long, almost 30 years, he became the old mongoose, yeah. I would say he's a young mongoose then. Moore versus Maxim. In the 1940s, the best light heavyweight in the world was Archie Moore. But like many black fighters of his generation, his title shot came long after he deserved it. Moore was 36 years old when he met champion Joey Maxim in St. Louis on December 17, 1952. 16 years after he turned professional, he got his first title shot. But once he got it, he kept it 10 years. Archie said, I ain't giving this up because I probably never get another shot. He kept it 10 straight years once he got it. Now, Moore was a former St. Louis resident who had first boxed in the city in 1936 and had since performed a total of 14 times in St. Louis rings. His record was an amazing 142 wins, 20 losses, and 9 draws when he fought Maxim. And Archie is number 2 in knockouts all time, 132. No one will ever catch that because no one will even fight 132 times anymore. The record is 136. Is it Billy Misk? Something like that has the record. But Archie is number 2 with 132 knockouts in his career. Now, yeah, he was 142 and 20 at the time of this fight. Now, Moore accepted the paltry purse of $800 to get the title shot. He won and held it for nearly 10 years, like I was telling you, retiring in 1963, having knocked out 132 men, second most in boxing history. Yep, Archie Moore. Now, you know, Sonny Liston is from Missouri. Let's talk about Sonny, okay? Then we're gonna talk about boxers from Missouri. Well, we got a little piece on Sonny, man. Because Sonny he don't deserve to be with the rest of the boxers from Missouri. You got to put Sonny by itself. Let's talk Francis. 18 divisions, that's 72 world champions, 72 regular champs, countless regional champs, plus interim champs, multiple. Yeah, man. That's what it's all about, that bag. And the champions in recess, man, it could be 30 or 40 champions in each division, man. That's crazy. Yeah, we gotta talk about Sonny on his own, away from the other boxers from Missouri. Sonny deserved. Oh man, I don't. There we go. Now you know Sonny was he learned how to box in the penitentiary, right? Yeah, Missouri State Penitentiary, MSP. Okay, let's start this over. I think this is it right here. Let me see. I want no little letters. No, that's not the one. No. That's it right there. I got it. Yeah, these nice big first grade looking letters here, right down my alley. Okay, we're gonna talk about Sonny for a little while. Now, Sonny Liston. Okay. Overlooking the Missouri River sits a looming landmark, the Missouri State Penitentiary, MSP, a facility that has no shortage of famous former inmates. One of the most well-known was Charles Sonny Liston, who arrived at MSP in 1950 to serve time for charges of robbery with a deadly weapon and larceny. Now, while incarcerated, penitentiary chaplains encouraged Sonny to take up boxing. With his grand 6-foot-tall plus frame, Sonny was an immediate success. He was the most perfect specimen of manhood I had ever seen, Father Lois Stevens told Sports Illustrated in their Oh Unlucky Man article published in 1994. Powerful arms, big shoulders. His hands were so large, I couldn't believe it. They always had trouble with his gloves, trouble getting them on when his hands were wrapped. Yeah, when he returned professional, they had to make special gloves for him, 15-inch knuckles, man. When he balled them up, his hand was 15 inches around. Isn't that something? Now, Sonny was then spotted by a newspaper publisher who believed he showed promise as a professional. Now, the publisher contacted the Missouri Board of Probation and Parole, pledging that if Sonny could be released on probation, he would personally see to it that Sonny received a job and training as a boxer. So Sonny was released in October 1952 and immediately began his meteoric rise to success. He lived and trained at the Pine Street YMCA in St. Louis, and he worked at Skull and Steel until he could support himself from his professional boxing earnings, right? Now, Sonny immediately entered the Golden Gloves amateur boxing tournament, where he defeated Olympic heavyweight champion Ed Sanders. He officially turned professional in 1953, defeating Don Smith in just 33 seconds in his first fight. 33 seconds, right? Wow. Now, 9 years later, Sonny knocked out Floyd Patterson in the first round to become the world heavyweight champion, right? It was the third fastest knockout in a world championship fight, and the first time a defending champion had been knocked out in round one, right? Now, Floyd and Sonny had a rematch clause in their contract. So the pair met the following year in Las Vegas. Sonny prevailed again with another first round knockout. I think this one was like 4 seconds faster. But his success was loudly booed. The public is not with me. I know it, he told reporters after the fight. But they have to swing along until someone comes to beat me, right? Sonny said they got to swing along with me because nobody can beat me. Okay? They got to go along. Nobody can beat me. Now, despite his athletic success, Sonny struggled with his public image. Due to his criminal record, rumored ties to organized crime, and arrests following his release from Missouri State Penitentiary, Sonny's worthiness of the sports hero title was consistently a point of debate. But Sonny was far from the sullen figure of public opinion. On long walks with his friend Jack McKinney, he would recite comedy routines of comedians like Red Fox. He could imitate what he heard down the creaking doors and women's voices, Jack told Sports Illustrated. It was hilarious hearing him do falsetto. Yeah, Liston defended his heavyweight title again in 1964, this time against Cassius Clay, who later changed his name to Muhammad Ali. Now, convinced that Cassius was not a threat, Sonny trained very little for the match. After 6 contentious rounds, Sonny did not come out for the 7th, citing a shoulder injury. In the rematch, Sonny lost again with an unexpected first-round knockout, the infamous Phantom Punch fight, which may or may not have landed Floyd Sonny until his defeat was called after 17 seconds, right? 17 seconds. To this day, suspicions of a fix remain unresolved. Everybody thought that fight was fixed. Yeah. Okay. Now, after taking a sabbatical, Sonny returned to the ring and resumed his winning streak. However, his dreams of regaining a title was dashed in 1969 with a loss to Leotis Martin, a former sparring partner, who helped him train for earlier matches. Now, while the loss was significant, Sonny would win against Chuck Webner 6 months later in what would be his final fight. On January 5th, 1971, Sonny's wife Geraldine returned to their Las Vegas home to find Sonny motionless on his bed. It was determined that Sonny had died days before. Now, while his death is officially attributed to coronary failure, many believe foul play was at hand. Known for his toughness, formidable punching power, long reach, and intimidating appearance, Sonny Liston is still distinguished as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. Sonny was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1991, 20 years after his untimely death. Yep. That was it. Just opened in 1990. So Sonny went in on the second year. Okay. Now let's talk about the Olympics in 1904. Excuse me. Let me get my glasses. I knocked them in the floor. Excuse me. Yeah, the 1904 Olympics. Now where they go? Okay. Damn. How to get all the way over? These glasses must have legs on them. Okay. The 1904 Olympics was in St. Louis, Missouri. Let's talk about them. Then we're going to talk about the boxers from Missouri. Okay. But the 1904 Olympics was in St. Louis. Okay. 1904 Olympic Games. Okay. I can't believe it's 3 o'clock. No. This time is a fly. The 1904 Summer Olympics, officially known as the Games of the Third Olympiad, were held in St. Louis, Missouri from July 1st to November 23rd, 1904. Right? The games were part of the Louisiana Purchase Exposition, also known as the St. Louis World's Fair. Here are some notable aspects of the 1904 Olympics. Events. The 1904 Olympics included the debut of boxing, freestyle wrestling, decathlon, and a dumbbells event. Wow. The track and field events were held on the campus of Washington University. Now the medals. The 1904 Olympics were the first to award gold, silver, and bronze medals for first, second, and third place. And Americans won 95% of the gold medals. Men's and women's boxing was included in the 1904 Olympics as a display event. Men's boxing became a permanent part of the Olympics and has been in every one since 1904, while women's boxing didn't return until more than 100 years later in 2012. Yeah, they kept the women out for 108 years, man. That was bad. That was wrong. I don't know why they did that. Yeah. Unc Dre Finest. What's up, Unc Dre? Unc Dre Finest in the building. Haven't seen Unc Dre Finest in a minute. What's up, bro? Good to see that brother again. What's up, Unc Dre? Yeah, we just still talking this boxing history. Boxing in the States today, Missouri. Let's talk about some fights. Sonny Liston was from Missouri. 1904 Olympics. Now we're going to talk about some boxers from Missouri. Okay, I got like 10 of them. 10 boxers from Missouri. Okay, you know who's first. We did Sonny, so you know who's first. After that, the Spinks boys. Leon on the left, Michael on the right. Leon on the left, Michael on the right. Okay, we might get some early link time today because we always chopping it up good and have to stop. So we're going to get some early link time today, like 40 minutes. It's today, Thursday. I can't say we can get a Let's Talk Fashion preview, but that was yesterday. Damn. Okay. Okay, boxers from Missouri. The Spinks brothers is first. There they are on the screen. I told you, that's the older brother, Leon, on the left and Michael on the right. Missouri is the home of our own Showtime, the guy. Showtime. Yeah, Showtime. Right? From Missouri. Now, the Spinks brothers, boxing history's most famous brothers, were born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. Leon and Michael Spinks both won Olympic gold medals at the 1976 Montreal Olympics. Leon as a light heavyweight, Michael as a middleweight. And both men went on to win the heavyweight championship. The only brothers to accomplish that feat, right? Older brother Leon was first, scoring one of boxing's biggest upsets in beating Muhammad Ali in 1978 in just his 8th pro fight. Yep. He was a 7-fight novice going into his 8th fight. Now, Ali beat Leon 6 months later, right? And Spinks' short, spectacular pro career went downhill rapidly from there. Now, Michael picked up the black belt in 1985, moving up from light heavyweight. He was world champion in that weight class. And he moved up from light heavyweight to become the first man to be heavyweight champion. to beat heavyweight champion Larry Holmes. He took Larry's oath from him. And Michael was also the first light heavyweight champion in history to win the heavyweight crown. And he wasn't the first one to go from light heavyweight to heavyweight. Archie Moore did that. But he had the light heavyweight championship at the time he won the heavyweight crown. First man to do that, Michael Spinks. And Leon was stripped when he fought Ali 6 months later because the WBC stripped him. That's when they split. WBC and WBA split because the WBC wanted him to fight Ken Norton, their number one contender. The WBA was okay with the Ali fight. And Leon, no brainer, you're gonna make more money fighting Ali than Ken Norton. So he fought Ali in the rematch because people were really interested. It was his ninth fight, and he had beat Ali in his eighth fight. So everybody wanted to see that, man, right? So the WBA and WBC split. The WBC recognized Norton, and the WBA recognized Leon. And we had 4 champions in 4 months. Because remember, Ali had his first, then Leon took it. And the WBC gave it to Norton. And then in his first defense, Holmes beat Norton to become the 4th WBC champion in 4 months. Yeah. Okay. And Leon ended his career. He had 46 total fights. He won 26, lost 17, 3 draws. Told you his career went downhill rapidly after the Ali fight. And he had 14 knockouts. Now, Michael had 32 total fights. He won 31, lost just 1. You know what that one loss was? That 90-second demolishing by Mike Tyson. He had 21 knockouts, Michael did. 31-1, yeah. Next is next generation Spinks was in the ring. Corey. And remember, everybody, I was saying that Floyd Patterson and Tracy Patterson were the only father-son to win a heavyweight title? I was wrong. Leon Spinks and Corey Spinks did it, right? So Floyd and Tracy Patterson were not the only ones to do it. Leon Spinks and Corey did it. Just Do Boxing in the building. What's up, Just Do? Coming up at 4 p.m. Oh, man, I ended the chat. I got to get the chat back. Just Do Boxing coming up at 4 p.m. Fire Boxing Talk. Balanced, unbiased. Everybody gets to Just Do it, Just Do Boxing. Perfect name, man. That's the most perfect name on YouTube. Just Do Boxing. Yeah, coming up at 4 p.m. I'm going to have you good and warmed up for some Fire Boxing Talk by then. Okay? So we're going on over there to Just Do Boxing. Okay? Yeah. Next is Corey Spinks, Leon's son, Michael's nephew. Boxers from Missouri, right? Of course, yeah, Spinks brothers, from St. Louis. Of course, Corey Spinks is from St. Louis, Missouri. And he has a legacy in the fight game few can equal. He is the son of former heavyweight champion Leon Spinks and nephew, a light heavyweight legend, and former heavyweight champion Michael Spinks, right? Now, Corey competed from 1997 to 2013 during his professional career. He was a two-division world champion, holding multiple titles in both weight classes, welterweight and junior middleweight, right? And he challenged once for the lineal middleweight title in 2007. And Corey had 47 total fights in his career. He won 39, lost 8, had 11 knockouts. Now, yesterday we didn't get to the greatest southpaw, so we might do that today. Time runs short. And we had 4 categories yesterday. We had the greatest trash talkers of all time. We had the hardest hitting fighters at heavyweight. We had the best southpaws of all time. And we didn't get to the best switch hitters. I got 7 switch hitters I want to talk to y'all about today. So we're going to do that today, okay? Now, Virgil Hill is next. There's Virgil Hill. Oh, man. Oh, that's the Spinks. That's all 3 of them. Leon on the left, Corey in the middle, Michael on the right. The Spinks boys. The Spinks family, I'm sorry. The Spinks family. The Spinks family. The Spinks jinx, that's right, Dre. Michael Spinks had that Spinks jinx, man. That right hand catch you. Used to get him up out of there. He had 21 knockouts out of 31 fights. That ain't too bad. What's that, like 70-something%? Let me see. 21 knockouts in 31 fights. Calculator right there. Turn it on, Cass. I got one of them old times. You know, the new calculators, as soon as you take them out, they come on by themselves. I got an old school. You got to turn it on. And I always forget. But that's 68%. You know, that ain't too bad. 6 out of 10 of them went up out of this. Okay, yeah. Next is Virgil Hill from Missouri. Yep. Virgil Hill is from Missouri. There's Virgil. From Clinton, Missouri. Virgil is from Clinton, Missouri. Okay. Now, Virgil Hill competed professionally from 1984 to 2007. 23-year career. Longevity, man. And he came back in 2015. After retiring for 8 years, came back in 2015. He's a two-weight world champion, having held the WBA light heavyweight title twice and the WBA cruiserweight title twice. Now, as an amateur, Hill won a silver medal in the middleweight division at the 1984 Summer Olympics. He was part of that fire team, man. Remember? Holyfield, Sweet Pea, Tyrell Biggs, Mark Breland, Meldrick Taylor, one of the, what was the brother's name from McCoy, Steve McCoy. Man, that team was fire. Virgil was part of that team. Yeah. I don't know which was better, 84 or 76. And 80 wasn't bad either, but 80 didn't get to go because, you know, politics. Yeah, Jimmy Carter would let him go because it was in Russia, and Russia had just invaded Afghanistan. And then Russia didn't come here in 84. Then 20 years later, the United States invaded Afghanistan. So just crazy. Politics should never get mixed up in sports, though, man. You should have thought of some other way to punish them. You know, people trading their whole life for the Olympics, and because of some politician, they make the team and can't go compete. Then the same thing happened to the Russians in 84. They did go their whole life training for the Olympics, and then they can't come. It's crazy. Now, Virgil was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 2013. He had 58 fights during his career. He won 51, lost 7, had 24 knockouts. Virgil Hill. Devin Alexander is from Missouri. It's Devin in the red. Devin in the red, the southpaw. Look like they both southpaws. That's Devin in the red. Ain't they both something? I don't know. I can't tell what leg that is. Corbin on the other guy. Look like a damn skirt he got on. Okay, yeah, Devin in the red. Devin Alexander. He's from St. Louis, Missouri also. He's a former world champion in 2 weight classes, junior welterweight and welterweight. And Alexander was prescribed tramadol after surgery in 2012. And thereafter, he became addicted, had to battle addiction. But he did get clean in 2018. Had 37 total fights during his career. He won 27, lost 9. He had 1 draw and 14 knockouts. Devin Alexander. Told y'all Charles Martin. Oh man, I haven't looked at the chat in a while. I ain't missed nobody. Oh, I didn't miss nobody. Charles Martin is from Missouri. There's Charles Martin. Gave Big Baby Jared Anderson all he could handle, but Jared ended up beating. Jared didn't beat Bacoli though, did he? They said Bacoli gonna be a problem. They was talking about him and I can't never think of the guy's name, but one that beat that big Russian Mark Madov. I can't think of his name, but him and Bacoli would be a fight. Now Charles Martin is from St. Louis. He held the IBF heavyweight title in 2016. And his 85-day reign as champion is the second shortest reign in heavyweight history. Only one shorter was Tony Tubbs, had 64-day reign in 1987. Well, he kept the title for about 2 months. Man, he might as well not just let whoever had it keep it. And Tony Tucker was also IBF champion on his short reign. And Martin didn't start boxing until he was 22 years old. Wow. But he had 34 fights in his career. He had 29 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, 26 knockouts. That's a 90% knockout rate. 26 knockouts and 29 wins. Only 3 people went the distance with him. 90% knockout rate for Charles Martin. That ain't bad. at all. 90%. Okay. Let me shuffle this down some. Okay. Next is Bob Satterfield, boxers from Missouri. And everybody from St. Louis. Bob from St. Louis too. Bob on the right, the little guy, shorter guy. Ain't neither one of them little, the other one just real big. Yeah. Bob is from St. Louis. Yep. St. Louis, Missouri. He competed professionally from 1945 to 1957, 12 years. And Satterfield is a top-rated, he was a top-rated, was a top-rated contender who never fought for the title, right? He retired with a record of 50 wins, 25 losses, 4 draws, 35 by knockout. And he was known for his punching power. He is listed in Ring Magazine's list of 100 greatest punchers of all time. Bob is number 58. Yep, number 58. Jessica McCaskill. She's from Chicago and Missouri, so I did her for Chicago, Illinois. I'm gonna do her for Missouri too. She's that good. Caskilla. She was from Chicago. Now she's from St. Louis, Missouri. Right? She's a former world champion in 2 weight classes, having held the undisputed IBO and ring female welterweight titles, the WBC female super lightweight title, and the WBA female super lightweight title. She was also 4-belt undisputed. I think it was welterweight. She took all 4 of them from Sophie, the girl from Wheaton. I can't think of her name, but yeah. Caskilla took all 4 from her. But then she lost them to was it Jessica McCaskill? Michaela Mayer or Chantel Cameron, one of them. But yeah, she was 4-belt undisputed, and she also challenged for the WBA lightweight title. And 12-4, 1 draw, 5 knockouts, 17 fights. At least she's still active, right? Caskilla. Yeah, there she is. Caskilla. Next is Freddie Norwood. Caskilla from St. Louis. Everybody from St. Louis on here. Freddie Norwood is from, guess where? St. Louis. St. Louis, Missouri. Known as Little Haggler. Wow. Call this guy Little Haggler. Norwood defeated Antonio Cerminho to win the WBA featherweight title in 1998. And he successfully defended his title 8 times before losing the title by a controversial 11th round TKO to Derek Gainer. Now, among his notable defenses were a 9th round knockout over former WBC featherweight champion Takashi Toshimoto. He had a unanimous decision victory over former WBO featherweight champion Julio Pablo Chacon and future IBF and WBA featherweight title holder Juan Manuel Marquez. Yeah, Little Haggler got a win over him. Freddie Norwood, Juan Manuel Marquez. Yeah, Juan was probably young then. And after losing his title to Gainer, Norwood retired from boxing at age 30. 8 years later, he made a comeback. He had another 8 fights, winning 5, and finally retired for good at age 41. He had a total of 48 fights. He won 43, lost 4, had 1 draw, and he had 23 knockouts. Little Haggler, Freddie Norwood. Oh. That's quite a nickname, Little Haggler. Okay. Couple more. Yeah, we're gonna have time to talk about like 7 switch hitters. Her name is Jerry Sitzer. Jerry Sitzer. And she's from Springfield, Missouri. Somebody not from St. Louis. Springfield, Missouri. And she was a boxer, kickboxer, and Muay Thai fighter. She's a former WBC Muay Thai super bantamweight champion and the former North American Boxing Federation featherweight champion in boxing. And she started her professional career as a boxer with 15 wins, 10 losses, 1 draw, and 6 knockouts. Jerry Spitzer. Yep, and finally, Virgil Atkins. Finally, one of the fighters from Missouri. Virgil Atkins, okay? Of course, Virgil's from St. Louis, Missouri. And guess what? Virgil was the first man born in St. Louis to ever win a world championship, right? He took the vacant welterweight championship on June 5th, 1958 by knocking out Vince Martinez in 4 rounds. First man from St. Louis, Missouri to ever win a world championship in boxing. Right there, Vince Atkins. Now, Atkins turned pro at the age of 20, and he toiled for 10 years before getting his first title shot at Martinez, right? That was his first title shot. 6 months later, Don Jordan lifted the title from Atkins on a 15-round decision. In April 1959, famed St. Louis promoter Sam Buchnick lured Jordan to St. Louis for a rematch. But again, Atkins lost the decision. Nicknamed Honey Bear, Atkins finished his professional career with a record of 60 wins, 31 losses, 2 draws, 34 knockouts for 93 total fights. Okay, we got a little while before we get to next time. Let's look at we didn't get to the switch hitters yesterday, so let's look at these the greatest switch hitters in boxing history. I got 7 of them. Okay, what was yesterday? The 20th? Yeah, that's 7 of them. Greatest switch hitters. I used a couple active guys. Is that okay with y'all? Use a couple active. I don't usually use active. This is boxing history. But this time I did. You know, Bud Crawford was one of them. And don't miss Fantasy Matchups Monday next week. It's going to be a little different format. Instead of one person fighting 15 legends, it's going to be a group of women from today's boxing against a group of women from yesterday's boxing. Like, I know Clarissa Shields going to fight Layla Ali. Franchon Cruz going to fight Ann Wolf. We're going to have Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor and Alicia Baumgartner. We're going to have the coal miner's daughter, Christy Martin, Jackie Frazier-Lai. They all going to mix it up Monday. Brought to you by Cass Sports Promotions. Okay? Yeah, Cass Sports Promotions. Now we're going to look at some of the greatest switch hitters. Let me see. Not you. I want that one. Yeah, that's the one. I had pictures yesterday, but I erased them. Okay. How's everybody today, though? We pulled up on the weekend. Upgrade Finest in the building. Life is good, man. What's up, Andre? Good to see you. Okay, boxing greatest switch hitters. Now, while most boxers will take to the ring in one set stance, there are rare fighters who utilize the technique of switch hitting. You know, switching between both orthodox and southpaw, right? Now, we're going to look at the top fighters throughout history who have mastered switch hitting, right? And explain the technique and how to succeed at using it. Now, what is switch hitting? Let's see something. Now, the majority of fighters tend to fight out of the orthodox stance, leading with their left hand and left foot forward. Now, while this is the most commonly used stance, there are others who fight from the southpaw stance, typically left-handed boxers. Not all the time, though, but usually. Then they lead with their right hand and right foot. Then there are those who can comfortably and smoothly interchange between the two stances, also known as switch hitting. There have been several high-profile champions who truly master the art of switch hitting and use it to their advantage in the ring at the highest levels. Okay, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, number 1. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Perhaps the greatest switch hitter in boxing history and one of the best middleweight champions ever. Marvelous Marvin Hagler was a complete fighter, technically able to fight at the elite level from either stance, effortlessly. Okay? Now, despite being a right-handed fighter, Hagler was trained mainly out of the southpaw stance, which saw him develop a sledgehammer jab. That was his strong hand, right? He utilized his versatile skill set to become a dominant, undisputed middleweight ruler and a truly destructive operator in his Hall of Fame career. And he messed up against Sugar Ray because he fought the first 2 rounds orthodox, and he never did that before. And he lost both rounds. Now, had he come out southpaw, that might have been the fight right there for him. But he came out orthodox and lost both rounds. I know he mauled over that for a lot of years after that, Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Big fight like that, you're supposed to do what you usually do, man. Don't change nothing. Hagler changed. Came out orthodox for the first 2 rounds. Next is Terrence Crawford. Coach that used some active guys. Now, Bud is what, a 40 division champion now? Formerly undisputed at junior welterweight and welterweight, right? He's become a genuine master of switch hitting in this era. From Nebraska, his stance switching is that seamless. It's perhaps surprising to learn he's a natural southpaw. Yeah, Bud is naturally left-handed. So when in the orthodox stance, his strong hand is in the front, right? Now, Bud's unique style and ability to adapt to any opponent in front of him make him one of the most dangerous finishers in the sport today, capable of clinically ending a fight from orthodox or southpaw, right? Naseem Hamed, another good switch hitter. Naseem Hamed, yeah. And with his unorthodox movements and eye-catching reflexes, Naseem Hamed was unconventional in everything he did in the ring, right? Including when planting his feet in different stances, constantly switching and leaving his opponents unsettled with his sudden movements from orthodox to southpaw. Chris Naseem could knock them out with either hand, right? And he rallied to a featherweight world title reign at the height of his powers. Tyson Fury. Yeah, he's a switcher. I didn't know that until recently, but yeah. One of the best heavyweights of the modern era. Tyson Fury has become a hugely effective and versatile fighter on his way to world title success. Not anymore. Fury can't be labeled as a specific type of fighter due to his unique style, as he constantly switches stances during the course of a fight, keeping his opponents guessing with smooth footwork, switching, and a constant barrage of feints. The Gypsy King adopts a hybrid style that can easily be switched up from being a swarming fighter or defensive mover, right? The will of the wisp, Willie Pep. Willie Pep. Switch hitter. Featherweight legend and all-time great, Willie Pep can't be labeled an out-and-out switch hitter, but he possessed some of the best footwork in the sport's history, which he used to become a defensive genius. Rarely hit clean, Pep was like a shadow in the ring, making opponents foolish at times as they swung at fresh air. The will o' the wisp regularly switched stances as a means of defense and feigning to get himself into safe positions, while he would often throw a backhand directly from switching to keep opponents off balance. And Willie claims he once won a round without throwing a single punch. Yeah, that's what he claimed. Andre Ward, SOG. Another fighter who blended a mix of styles and worked rigorously on all aspects of his craft. Andre Ward was able to switch stances at times in some key fights in his career. Rather than constantly switching to keep opponents on edge, Ward would utilize his switching abilities efficiently whenever he saw an opportunity or needed a different approach mid-fight. And the excellent footwork he developed throughout his Hall of Fame career was key to his success, being able to keep opponents at an optimal range at all times and use his solid jab alongside this. Now, had to succeed as a switch hitter, right? All of the aforementioned fighters have traits in common that allow them to switch hit effortlessly, possessing attentive footwork, versatility, and agility. Okay? They have utilized their talents from both stances to great effect, excuse me, and been able to adapt within the ring ropes to achieve success. Now, there are ways of becoming a better switch hitter and developing a technique over time so it becomes second nature in sparring and a fight scenario. Practicing and drilling the basic combinations from both stances is essential. Every day in the gym, turning from both the dominant stance to the other will help improve skills for when it matters and build the muscle memory needed. Yeah, that's important, that muscle memory. Yeah. Playing to stress will help with switching too. For example, a fighter that possesses a strong right hand for their power shots can transfer this across to southpaw and develop a stinging jab from the other stance. That's Hagler. You know, Hagler was right-handed. That's exactly what he does. When he's in southpaw, his strong hand is up front, giving him a nice, powerful, stinging jab. Yeah. And one of the key aspects of switching stances is gaining an understanding of new angles and how to capitalize on them. Get used to the angles involved, leading with both the right and left hand in order to fully grasp the benefits of switch hitting and achieve superior positioning in the ring. Okay? That's it. I'm gonna put the link in. We can chop it up. We got 30 more minutes till the voice comes in. We can chop it up, or I can keep talking. Either way. We got Just Do Boxing coming at 4 o'clock. Yep. Fire Boxing Talk. We got David versus David coming up in February. Something tells me that's gonna be a good one. Yeah. I can't call it. That's 50-50, man. I think. Yeah. I call it 50-50 right now. Yeah. What y'all think about that one? David versus David. Morrell versus Benavidez. What my likes looking like? Let me see. Woo-wee, that ain't bad. 23. Appreciate y'all. Okay, let me get this link in here. Seem to find on anyone. I'll get this link straight in there. Then I'll start talking again. Okay, now where is it? Where are we? Where are we at, man? What is today anyway? The 21st? Yeah. It's the 21st. Everybody ready for the weekend? I stay on the weekend now. I'm just waiting for the rest of y'all to get here. Every day is the weekend for me. Let's see. Try that on for size. Okay? Haven't seen Define on either one. He usually comes up every day and chops it up with me. We haven't seen him. But that's all good. Yeah, we got David. I don't know who I got in that one. It ain't till February. But you know, before you know it, that'll be here. All we got is November, December, January, because November is gone, man. They're the 21st. And it's February 1st. So it's the first day. So, you know, that'll be here, you know, before you know it. Did I hear somebody? No. Yeah, that will be here. And Tank coming up early next year. So that's a good card too. Say Pitbull is on it. Cool Boys on it. The Benavidez Morel. Pitbull is on it. Cool Boys on it. So that is a great card, man. Shape it up. Yes, it is. Looking forward to that one. Shakira said he would be able to start getting ready to get back in there in February, right? So he said February he'd be cured. I think it was February, yeah. Shakira. Maybe we can get him in Tank late in the year. Don't rush it. We wasn't going to get it before late summer, fall. No way if he hadn't got hurt. So, hey, you know, that wasn't happening. Man, we were supposed to get Tank and Loma this month, remember? Wonder would it have happened already if Loma had been in the mood for it. If Loma had been in the mood for that net. You think it would have happened yet? But it didn't happen. Some people say Loma wanted more money or something. I can't blame him. You know, you got to pay me to take that nap, man. I ain't taking no nap for no little bit of money. You know, and go off into the sunset. First time I got stopped in my last fight, but I got paid for it. Okay? Mm-hmm. And Loma said he wasn't in the mood for the little bit of change they was trying to give him to take that nap, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Loma was not in the mood. Yeah. This BBO boxing TV and this childish ass. They're gonna put some ducks in my chat, man. Yeah, because yeah, I didn't debate him. It was my birthday. My wife took me out and did. I'm glad I didn't reschedule it. I didn't get involved in that childish nonsense, man. That's like something my 3-year-old granddaughter would do, man. Draw some ducks in somebody's chat. Big overweight, childish ass Negro, man. Glad I didn't get mixed up in that childish ass shit, man. Big childish ass. And he better not do no shit like that no more. He gonna be on the outside looking in. I ain't playing with these soft ass Negroes, man. Big soft ass Negro. Put some ducks in my chat. He better not do that shit no more. But I'm sorry. I was pissed off when at the end of the show. You're gonna do a little weak move at the end when I'm going off the air. Big weak ass Negro. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I might block his big ass. I was pissed off, man. Don't do that, man. You know, I deal with grown-ups. I got an 8-year-old granddaughter and a 3-year-old granddaughter. If I want to deal with children, I deal with them because they're children. Not no grown-ass 300-pound man. Okay? Yeah, man, that shit pissed me off. Soft-ass Negro. I'm sorry. Yeah, but that's kind of weak, man. You know, like I'm the only guy there and one to debate. I'm glad I didn't reschedule with his childish ass, man. You know? Yeah. Called Knockout. Knockout loves to debate. He called Knockout today. Knockout will debate him tonight. BBO is full of shit, man. You know? I hope you're listening. But yeah. How's everybody other than that though? How's everybody's day going? It's Thursday. We're right up on the weekend. Right? Anybody got a big one planned? Got the big card coming out of Paris. I'm sure it's some other cards, but I couldn't call them. Got the one Bakery Samaki. That's his name. He's going up against I forgot the guy he was going up against. But that's his name. Bakery Samaki. Mm-hmm. That's what they had. And I think I'm pronouncing it right. There it is right there. Okay. Bakery Samaki. Yeah, that's his name. He's headlining the card tomorrow. ESPN Plus, though. No, Saturday. I think it's Saturday. ESPN Plus, though. Yep. So that's all right. Yeah. Life's looking good. Appreciate it. Any new people? subscribe. I'm trying to pull up on 1,000. I need like 140. I got to 800 and it just stopped on me, man. The raffle is looking good though. Yeah, we got the raffle with the now I done lost one. God damn, instead of gaining one, I done lost one. Did somebody get mad and take probably BVO took a subscription back? I lost one, man. Damn. But what was I saying? The raffle is starting to pick up, and it's a 50-50. Whatever the JBT takes in, the winner of the raffle gets half, right? And it's the 21st, 1 month from today, as a matter of fact. 1 month from today, as a matter of fact, right? And Donnie Williams, what's up, Donnie? How are you today? Just talking about the raffle. We did boxing in the States, Missouri today. Matter of fact, what's next week though? Yeah, but the raffle is 1 month from today, December 21st. And whatever we take in, the winner gets half, right? 4 days before Christmas. Okay? And $5 for one entry. $20 will get you 5 entries. And Coach Tommy ain't playing. Like Michael Garner wasn't playing last time? Coach Tommy ain't playing. Yeah, I'm telling you. Coach Tommy got some blocks. Plural with the S. Not a block, he got some blocks. A lot of S's. Very plural. I give you a hint. Michael Garner had 21 entries in the last raffle. Coach Tommy got more than that. I ain't trying to put the man's business out there, but he got more than that. Yep. So you better get in there. Get some blocks. $20 get you 5 chances. That we're gonna go around on December 21st. 5 minutes after the Fury Usyk fight, and just like it was like right after the Bivol Beterbiev fight, October 12th, the wheel went around and picked the 3 winners, 2 because one person won 2, and he had 21 chances. He had 7 blocks, and he won 2 out of the 3 prizes. And 5 minutes after the Fury Usyk, when them get their hands raised, the wheel's gonna go around, and somebody's gonna win a lot of money. Okay, it's getting up there now. This week has been a good week for it. Yeah. Oh, I was trying to see what's next week on Boxing in the States, the Boxing in the States series. Hope y'all enjoyed Missouri today. Just not just like just some historic fights. Might have some historic venues in it. And then of course some boxers from the state. And Sonny Liston was the big name today coming out of Missouri. Him and Henry Armstrong. Henry Armstrong was also from Mississippi, moved to Missouri at a young age. So I put in for both of them, But Sonny, I think it was Georgia. He was born Georgia, somewhere like that, and came to Missouri. Because his mother and father had separated. His mother moved to Missouri. Sonny stayed down south with the father. And I told you, when the mule would get tired, the father would unhook the mule from the plow and hook the plow to Sonny. Yeah. The mule get tired, he would unhook the mule and hook the plow to Sonny, right? Sonny got tired of that. Sonny said, I'm going to find my mother, man. I ain't pulling no plow. That's what his father would do, man. Very abusive, man, So Sonny left. That's how he ended up in Missouri. Then he started boxing in the penitentiary, And he was a natural. As soon as he got in there, they was like, Sonny was bad, whipping everybody in there. And they had a story in the prison. This wasn't a boxing match. Some of the gangs was picking on the black inmates, right? And Sonny kind of took up for him and went to a few of the other gang leaders of other races and stuff and told them, you gotta stop picking on these black inmates. And Sonny and 2 other gang leaders went to a place in the basement out of sight where they let you fight at. And Sonny walked out and the other 2 got carried out. Okay. Sonny was the only one that walked out. The other 2 got carried out. Yeah. I was told that by a very reliable source, right? Somebody that knew Sonny Liston, Archie Moore, interviewed all of them. Yep. Yeah. Sonny walked out of there. Yep. And the picking on it black, it may stop. But I was trying to find out what's next. Manny Pacquiao tomorrow. The life and career of Manny Pacquiao. You know, he was a boxer, professional basketball player in the Philippines, right? I think he was a player coach at one point. He was a Filipino senator, you know, politician, ran for president. Yeah. Manny's profile is long. I could have sworn I did it before, but I didn't. I checked. I did not do it before. Yeah. Manny Pacquiao. What's after Missouri? Anybody know? Minnesota? No, we did Minnesota. M-I-S-M-I-N. Yeah, I'm getting ready to find out. Maine? We did Maine. Come on, man. I don't want to know it like that. Montana. History of boxing in Montana. That might be a short one. So I'm going to have to have a backup plan for next week. Wow, Montana. This Melanin Queen. Salute Melanin Queen. Yes, our 50-50 raffle we got coming up. Oh, 1 month from today, exactly. December 21st. 4 days before Christmas. You heard the winner will have a Merry Christmas. Yeah. You know. And you know, you don't have to spend too much of it on me. I don't want nothing cheap neither, because I'm gonna know how much money you win, because I'm the treasurer. I'm gonna know how much money you win, so don't come bring me no $10, $15 present. Okay? Then at least 50. Depending on how much you win, maybe 100. You know. I like money too, though. Just, you know, when you get Cash App your prize, just Cash App half of it right back to them. I'm just kidding. But the winner should get a pretty nice sum. It's starting to move. This was a good week for the raffle. Appreciate everybody. Yeah. So yeah, we got 1 month to go. You got 1 month to get your ticket. $5 for one entry. $20 will get you 5, the block. And I told you about that block. Now, last time we had 3 for $25, right? And we had 3 prizes. And we had a gentleman got 7 blocks. They gave him 21 chances, and guess what? He won 2 out of the 3 prizes. So the block is the way to go. If I could get it, I would get blocks. You know, at least 3 of them. What's that? 3 of them. That's 60 chances. If I get 3 blocks for 20, no, yeah, no. Wait a minute. 5 chances for $20. That's 15. What am I talking about? Damn, yeah, that's 15 chances. I can count. I'm the treasurer. And they messed it up like they're talking about 100 chances. Damn. They hardcore would have said, damn, we might need a new treasurer. You can't even count to 100. But just do boxing coming up in like 15 minutes. Hope everybody enjoyed today's show. Manny tomorrow. And next week, we're going to embark on another big week of boxing history, starting with fantasy matchups Monday. We got like 10 to 15 women usually it's one person from one era of boxing fighting 10 to 15 fighters from different eras. And we see how they match up. But next Monday, we're going to do a little different. It's going to be like 10 to 15 women from today's era of boxing fighting 10 to 15 women from past eras. And I know Clarissa Shields and later Ali going to meet. Okay. And Fran Chon and Ann Wolf was both up there around 168, that area, right? Because women's heavyweight is mostly like over 175. I don't think we got one women's division got light. I don't think any of the women have light heavyweight. I'm not sure. But a couple of them heavyweight start, like when Clarissa Shields fought for heavyweight, it was only 175. It wasn't like she had to go up a long ways. That title she got started at 175. And what was she at, 168 or something, 160? So she didn't have to go up no whole long ways. Like a man going from middleweight to heavyweight, that's 160 to like 200. But a woman, it's only the 175. So yeah, it ain't that heavy. Mm-hmm. But Monday, yeah. And some of the lower classes, like down there, welterweight, junior welterweight, featherweight, lightweight, Amanda, Katie, they're gonna get their chance. We had some good women fighting down in them ranges back in the day. The coal miner's daughter. Good ones. I just can't think of many of them right now. But women's boxing is as popular as it's ever been right now, you know. Like I was telling you, 1904 was the first time boxing had been in the Olympics, and they had included men's and women's. But they kept the men's from 1904 every Olympics since then. But for some reason, women's boxing, they dropped it after they won Olympics, and it didn't come back till 2012. I don't understand the reason for that. You know, why, if they wasn't going to keep, why did they even put it in there as an experimental sport if they wasn't going to keep it? You know, it was weird. 108 years before it returned, but now the women going strong. Yeah, and the women want all the smoke. Every time the women fighting, they unifying something undisputed. You know. Yeah, the men can learn something from it. They need to get them women 3 minutes. 12 rounds in 3 minutes too, man. Come on. 2 minutes. Time you fight that first minute, you look up, it's 30 seconds left in the round. You know? Whereas then 3 minutes, you get that middle minute. You know, you can take your time and execute your game plan, but you have like a sense of urgency. With just 2 minutes, you know? Damn. Yeah, you 1 minute in, and then next thing you know, ding, the round over. That's how it be when you're watching those women's fights, man. It go by so fast. And Amanda was fighting 12 rounds, 3 minutes. After the last Katie fight, she said she wasn't fighting anymore 10 rounds, 2 minutes. And she didn't until last week. I don't know why they did that. Jake was getting them 12 rounds, 3 minutes. He even had a prospect fight a couple cards ago, was 4 rounds, but it was 4 3-minute rounds. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it was Katie. I thought Amanda almost had her out. If she would have had 3 minutes in that first fight, I think she would have had Katie up out of there. Numerous, about 3 times, 3 different times, man. She had her ready to go. But the bell saved her. That 2 minutes saved her. Katie knew that. I think it was her that was adamant about that 2 minutes for this fight, because Amanda been fighting 12 rounds, 3 minutes. That's what she used to. And showed she had the stamina and skill to look good doing it, right? Yeah. The women had no problem going them 12 rounds, 3 minutes whatsoever. The ones I've seen, none of them. You know? So give it to them. Maybe they will eventually. Mauricio won't sanction. That's why Amanda dropped the WBC belt. Because Mauricio ain't going for it. But the other 3 are. So Amanda dropped the WBC. You know? Yeah. So Mauricio, take it back. Take your belt. Mauricio is bad for boxing anyway, man. You know? Need to get him out of here. Appreciate you, Mike Mazik. Mike Mazik, one of my day one nerds. Day one, been here since the beginning, man. Him and Mike Rim, Al Booger. Al Booger ain't in here. Uncle Dre used to come in here when I was coming on at 11 o'clock. Just Do Boxing was the first one to ever come into one of my live streams. Yeah, Just Do Boxing. And he started showing up every day. Yeah, and still here. Coming up at 4 o'clock in about 5 minutes. Just Do Boxing, and we headed over there, man. You see the voice in action coming up very shortly. And I appreciate everybody. Don't miss tomorrow, Manuel Pacquiao. And I told you, Manuel Pacquiao Jr. is an amateur. It's coming through. You know, the way they be fast-tracking people nowadays, you might see him in the pros next year. You know? They don't have those long, drawn-on amateur careers anymore. Everybody want to get to that money and get to it fast. I don't blame them. You know? I do not blame them. Yeah. So we're going to get ready for The Voice now. Appreciate everybody. The likes are where they're supposed to be at, you know. We're going to end up this big week of boxing history tomorrow. with the profile, the life and career of Manny Pacquiao. All-time great boxer, former professional basketball player down in the Philippines. I think he was a player coach, former Filipino politician, was a senator, ran for president, fell a little short. All that tomorrow on Cassport, the box story. Now, who was in here today? Where's my list at? Today, the 21st? Yeah. I ain't been on the back of the page in a while. But that's okay. Uncle Dre Finest was in the building today. Salute, Uncle Dre Finest. Good to see you, my brother. Always a pleasure. Uncle Dre Finest. Let's Talk Fashion. Thomas Hill. Arturo Gardea. Arturo never told us what country he was in here from. He might be in the United States, who knows? Might be right down the street in Baltimore. Crush the Legend. Mike Rim. Melanin Queen 27. We had JBT Network. We had Hardcore Boxing News and Boxing Talk with Banky and Jay. All three of them was in here. Don't forget tomorrow morning. I believe Judge Polo J is coming on tomorrow morning. It's Friday. Yeah. Court will be in session. Mike Mazik was in the building today. And the Mighty Rise podcast was in here today. Salute. 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. on Sunday. Okay? I appreciate everybody support today, as always. And join me tomorrow, because you know, if it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Box Storian bringing you all that boxing history. Just Do Boxing is straight ahead. This is Cassport. Everybody have a great afternoon, and I will see y'all around those JBT streets.